In this problem, we're going to solve this equation for t. And to do that, we're going to use something called the square root property. So the square root property says if you have x squared and it's equal to a number which we'll call, say, a, in order to get rid of the 2 here, what you do is you simply take the square root of both sides. And when you do that, the left-hand side becomes an x, and on the right-hand side, you're supposed to put a plus or minus, and then you still have the square root of a. So here we already have our expression squared. So we're ready to go. We're ready to take the square root of both sides and apply the square root property. So we have the square root of parentheses t plus 5 squared equal to the square root of negative 18. So on the left-hand side, we just get t plus 5. And on the right-hand side, we get the plus or minus. And now this negative sign inside the square root becomes an I. So this is I square root of 18. Now, we're going to go ahead and finish and solve for t. So subtract 5, subtract 5. So we have t equals minus 5 plus or minus I square root 18. And we're almost done. The only thing left to do maybe is to realize that we can simplify the square root of 18. So when you're trying to simplify this, just think about the largest factor of 18 that exists, that when you take the square root of that factor, you would get a whole number. In other words, the largest factor that was the so-called perfect square. So 9. 9 is the largest factor that is a perfect square. So we can write this as the square root of 9 times the square root of 2. And so the square root of 9 is 3, and then here we have the square root of 2. So let's go ahead and rewrite our final answer as t equals negative 5 plus or minus 3I square root of 2. I just put the 3 in front. Instead of writing it like I 3 root 2, I put the I after the 3. It looks more, more human. I hope this video has been helpful.